Hi everybody, my name is Fernando Rivera Salas, and today I'm going to explain a brief summary about my past experiences and my background as a mechanical engineer. So let's start and enjoy it. We have an agenda which has three objectives in this presentation. First part, introduce myself. Second part, internship. Third part, past experiences. And the last one, question and answer. The last one, fortunately, we won't explain uh, some questions interesting, but you can put in the comments your questions and then I will answer it. Okay, introduce myself. This is my academic background. I'm going to explain from left to right. I done my degree on December 2020 as a mechanical engineer at University Autonomous of Mexico State. I was first in my class 2016 for getting my Bachelor of Science in Engineering Mechanical. It was funny because um, I obtained my degree, the first step, and then I will obtain my internship letter. You can see my official papers about my degree. So below you can you can see my you can see my certificate of English. I have a upper intermediate English fluency. So move on hobbies. I have some interesting topics about my career. The first one is my certificate in WCM. It means World Change Management. This webinar has the intention give me an overview about manufacturing trend lines in our automotive industry. In fact, I am a full commit person about my integration in some new knowledge in manufacturing trends. And then you can see in the right side some certification about skills, soft skills like Microsoft Excel, data analyze database, and below you can see a masterclass about system in manufacturing lines. Some like and dislikes. We move on. This these three uh, songs represent my past like a student. When I was studying at faculty engineering, I always carry on some issues in my life, money and some discussing moments when I didn't have. enough money. In the middle, you can see my favorite food. I really love eating tacos on Avenue Carranza in Toluca city center. And the last one picture on the right, you can see my favorite video game. I love watching some stream Facebook Live streamers, and well, that's it. My favorite video game is Call of Duty 2. Okay, we have a interesting topic, my internship. I have been working for Nissan Mexicana since July 2019 to July 2020 as a mechanical design engineer. I am a qualified mechanical designer whose background was able to develop qualities like earnestness, leader, team playing, and work under pressure. This part of my life was my basement. I was big working for the suspension systems, DB51. But what happened this part? Well, I was able to design and release several times design change in according to the plan assessment. So I have the skills for release three targets in the fiscal year: value optimization, supply requests, and quality. When you have a goal or some big target the fiscal year, you have to put many attention in your commodity and try to find a, a good a good spare part which give us some money and close this target for the fiscal year. So, for example, when you choose a supply request, it means you have three aspects. Well, two aspects: a cost reduction in some spare part, and then maybe the the supplier needs to change the location. For example, from Mexico to Thailand. Then you have some support when you design a release. For example, drawing, no in-house drawing means you need to send a spec tender. A spec tender means you need some specifications. For example, yield point, range of torque, materials, coating, what else? Stamping force. But then the supplier give us feedback in a virtual way. PDS means you have a proposal data submission. This virtual way, you can see the virtual change management before the design release in according to the plan assessment. So this part is a hard text because you have to check and review all the support data. For example, design standards, materials, mechanical structures, but then you you need to check and match what happened in the virtual way. So then when you assure this information, you need to send for the CAD data department a review about 3, 3D, 2D, and the inside drawing for this spare part. Then, when you assure this information, you need to check with a cross-check activity, the Excel notes, and drawings. Before you will do a judgment about the information, if you don't have a feedback, you you should continue the activity, but always you can find some issues about the information. Then you need to go back and check again the feedback in the two aspects from the data CAD data department and the suppliers. But it's okay when it's okay the activity you can design a, a good design change with a markup. Markup means you will affect some projects in a big platform, but you can choose what or which projects will change instead of the integrate this activity in plan. But when you don't have this part and you are in a hurry up, for example, the in the you have a trouble in the manufacturing line, you need to release a design change in a short period of time. This part is design not under construction. You have um, design change, but you don't have the drawing. But then in less 15 days, you have to put this information because it's very important. Know the drawing, and in this part, you will put the drawing formalization in, in the official paper. So, well, this part is not recommended for my experience because you will have some troubles in according to the schedule. Well, you need to pay more attention when you don't have the exactly um, drawing or some aspect in the drawing, instant drawing. So, well, this part is only a comment. Moving on with the design change management. Well, this part you will try to explain what happened with the when the designer is the intention. For example, in the beginning, remember that I choose supply requests. So I try to then in this part, line approval line needs some explanation for this design release. So it's a big task because you need to support with some information, assure some test validation. Um, what else? Well, it's very complex when you try to reduce the complexity in plan. But in fact, at the end, you will have a good judgment and at the best design release. Finally, we have the design note approval, and then we will have a kickoff to assure plan activities to apply this part. Well, this part integrate my activities when I try to design and change per part in according to the complexity in plan. And then, well, I was able to program some daily routines for shortening waste of time at work. But what happened in this part? Well, I could manage and integrate my skills in Excel. I program a routine that helps in according to the data information plan give us a feedback about some problem. For example, uh, in my department, uh, well, I was in charge of quality department and noisy issues for trucks and cars projects in the USA and Latin market. So I I believe when you have some skills in this case programming Excel, you will have a good judgment in a short period of time. But you need the daily routine and put this programmation in this virtual way. So this part is only support the a hard work, but well, I success shortening from 2 weeks data analyze to 3 hours. So it was a big target. At the end, I will I can send a full report which integrates two aspects important: manage in control with the with with these troubles, and then show in a good the great report which contains graphics and what happened in with this table graphics. Well, you can demonstrate what and why was the main aspect for this analyze. So in fact, you will find the raw causes for this spare part. In my experience, one day I download the database and then um, run the daily routine in macro Excel. And well, the final judgment found that in the structure had a leakage problem. So in this part, you can control the production production indicators in plan, but in another hand, you will have you have a good judgment with with the with involve all the parts. And this is a good point when you have good management for this data analysis. Well, I I know I think I find the best environment to work, both challenging and rewarding. In fact, I have knowledge in assembly, current accuracy, technical information, planning drawing, and design change in according to plan assessment for the suspension systems. I realized several times design change whose purpose has three objectives: quality, cost reduction, and supply requests. One of them was my last goal. It was a value optimization in stabilizer, which gave $20,000 per fiscal year. It was a interesting activity because I could integrate many activities, but in the other hand, I grab the information and then I can release and design change in, in the best way. So this part, I was able to manage some spare parts like leaf application for trucks, um, strut assembly for cars projects, multi-link joint shock absorber structures from member for some projects and springs. The last part it is my professional experience. I I think it was a hard task. HCC platform has an eccentric pole, and then well, I need to put task force daily with plan and suppliers, part tracking, test validation, and drawings to follow requesting of shipments, good judgment for design change, go, no go, with some big explanation, with some graphics, um, line trends, and some handover with my supervisor. So I, at the end, I can making technical explanation sheets and full reports for design change. So that is all. Thank you for stay with me at the end of the video. So I hope I I can demonstrate my full commitment, and I know that I will give the best results just in time. Thank you so much, and let's see you soon.